Hello, welcome. I am Virginia Hodgins, and I'm a independent Stampin' Up demonstrator in Edmonton, Alberta. Today I want to show you how I made these stand-up calendars using the Days to Remember stamp set. These were used a couple of years ago for Post-it note holders, and that's where I got the idea from. And when I first saw the Days to Remember stamp set, I thought, I don't know how to use that. That looks too confusing. And then I saw a lady on Stampin' Lingers making cards with it, and I thought, oh, not so hard after all. I need to get it. And it is really quite easy. So what you need is one piece of cardstock, what I'm trying to say, 10 inches by 3 3/4, and it has to be scored. I'm going to use my scoreboard here and I'll do it while I'm doing it here. This is dark, but that's the color I chose for today. It's scored at 1/2 inch, 1 1/2 inches, 2 1/2 inches, 6 and 9 1/2. And then the acetate you need to make the front. Stampin' Up sells it. It's called window sheets, and I'll put a link to it in the video down below when we're finished. And it has to be scored. It is 5 3/4 this way by 2 1/2. So it has to be scored at hold it down, 1/2 inch, and then down there, 1 1/2. Nope, sorry, 1. I'll record for that one, but that's okay. It's just a demonstration. 1/2 inch along the bottom. I think I need another light on here. There. And then turn it around again, and on the other end, do 1 1/2 and then 1. Okay, so it's 1/2 and 1, and then at the end, the long end, it's 1/2, and then at the other end, it is 1/2 and 1. We'll put those aside for the moment. Put this away. Okay, so now that it's scored, I've already folded a little bit. So you fold on the score lines, and you really do need a bone folder. We'll do that in a minute. Do that on both sides. Now, I've cut this out. So you cut this corner out, which I've already done, and wedge this tab. And you cut this corner out, and you wedge that tab, and you wedge this one. And then fold this up on the score line. And you really need a bone folder. Now, I like to, in this instance, I like to put the tabs underneath, because then they're tucked between the base of the calendar and the little pocket. It keeps it tidier. So I put the tape on this side, and double-sided tape is better than glue. Because it's cleaner. Oh, before I go further, this is going to go wrapping around your calendar base. Put your double-sided tape on inside of the outer flap. And then make sure this is straight up and down when you fold it. So there's your pocket made. Okay, so we'll put that aside until we need it later. Okay, there you go. Now the little calendar months, I have cut using the dies from the Color and Contour set. I'll keep all these little in here. And it's the third one. So it would fit in here. There we go. I've cut them, so I'm not going to cut them here. You can do that yourself. And I've also done some using the Stitch So Sweetly dies. This is kind of a mess. Using the third or second down, and it's about the same size. So it works as well. And if you don't have those, you can use your trimmer or any other shape that you have that would work. You know, if you don't have those dies, if you had other rectangle dies, those would work. Now to make them work, I need a calendar, and I have forgotten one. So I'm just going to do it this way. We'll just use this. What you have to determine is what date is on the first day of the month. And I'm going to do, let's see, we'll do September. Or we could do June, I guess. Well, I got September because I've got September right here. Right, we'll do that one. Here they all are here, so I just have to find the one I'm looking for. That's January. Where did it go? It was here last night. December. September, there we go. Now, they have 2 rows of days. One goes from Monday to Sunday, but we use Sunday to Saturday, so those are the ones I will be using, and they're somewhat stained, as you can see. So what I do, put this away before I lose it. We were going to use March. There it is. Put this one, September, away. I'll do September later because I want to show you something about September, about the 30. So what I do is I place them on here to figure out where the actual numbers have to be placed. And then I center this one as best I can. There we go. Let's see what that works. And then we get the days out. Now, depending on where you are, you use one end, like depending on where your month starts, your week starts. If it's on a Saturday, you start over here and use this end. But if it's on Saturdays over here, you use this end. So March is starts on a Tuesday. So it's Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. So we put the 1 under the Tuesday. And then it gets all lined up that way. Just managed to put away all my block. Hang on a minute. Okay, so then I pick it up all together. And what I learned on the Stampin' Lingers channel was that if you the stamp pad is exactly 7 days wide. So you just put it on so that your Sunday to Saturday fits, and your days will then fit. And then you stamp it down. I hope I don't get all that much. I got to clean that off. More or less, anyway. Center it. See what happens. There we go. And there you go. There's March. Now, let's see what I just did. Now, I want to show you September, or maybe June, one of those months. Well, even February would work. I'm going to find it in here. There it is. Because you got 2 days that you don't want to. You don't want 30th, 29th, 30th, 31st to show up. Not September. Well, it'll work. September will work to give you the idea. Put those away. Bring out my September one. So September days start on Wednesday. You didn't see all that. We'll put those down. Again, I should have cleaned it off properly. Okay, I had to go get a cloth to wipe off the ink. So while I was gone, I changed my month to February. So it's ready to go, except now we have to cover up those dates. Now, sometimes I will just take a cloth and I'll wipe off the numbers, but today, for some reason, it's not working for me. So what we're going to do is just cover it up, cover those numbers up with some tape, and get my ink pad back out. And I changed my light too, so lighting, so that we've got it right on the days. I got a little bit, or I don't want it. There. Okay, let's give that a try. This is the right side. Okay, now I did what I was going to tell you not to do. turn it over. I forgot to take the tape off. And I'll bet you a whole bunch of you saw that and went, oh no, don't do that. Okay, now remember to take the tape off. And there it works. Except it's a bit crooked, but that's okay. It's just a demonstration. So they've got 28. And sometimes what I do is I just take a cloth and I'll wipe it off, but for some reason it didn't want to work. Let's see if it will work today. If I do it here. Well, you can't barely see it, but it did work. No, it didn't. No. So you need a finer cloth, I guess, to do it that way. But it has worked for me on other occasions. But maybe these stamps are just too detailed. Anyway, so that's that. Now then, let's get this out of the way. Put these away before I lose them. Okay, so now let's go back to work on this. This is supposed to stick there. It's supposed to stick there. Doesn't want to stick right. Yeah, guess it'll be okay. But we put tape on bottom. I was using 1/2 inch. I prefer 1/4 inch for this to get that out. I've got tear and tape somewhere, but this happens to be handy, so we'll use it. Across the bottom. Before any further, we'll go. Now, I'm going to put this underneath just so you can see what I'm doing. Hopefully. You put the tape on the outer edge because this is going around and it's going to stick on the back. It's fiddly, but it will work. There we go. Now then, this one gets folded, a valley fold. This is a mountain. This is a mountain. This is a valley, and then that's a mountain. Now before I do that, I have 2 pieces. Now these pieces of DSP are 3.5 by 3 1/4, and they just fit on there. Use about 1/4 inch margin all the way around. I'll put all the measurements down below the video. Again, that's 3.5 by 3 1/4. There we go. And that just comes up here. And this, here's your thing. Put this on first. Now it's got to go this way to make a pocket. So I line this outer edge with the outer edge of the cardstock. Now, for the edge, you have to take this one around to the back, but only go as far as the first fold line, and fold that down. And run your finger in there. No, it slipped. And my pokey tool thing you got. Oh, this wants to stick really bad. Okay, there we go. Do that, and then this is the same. Sometimes it's easier to take tape off both, but I always feel like I'm going to get it stuck where I don't want it. Again, just right to the first fold line, to the first score line. And there's your pocket. Now this comes around. I should give those a good fold. That makes your tent on the inside. So this comes along and just tucks in here. So I'll just do some. I don't like using glue on the acetate pocket because it just goes everywhere, and then it mucks up your pocket. Like it gets dirty. And then just close it like that. And there you go. And you have your calendar. Get these out of the way. Oops. Garbage can down there. Here's these. This is the one I just made. Here's another one. I thought there was another one somewhere, but that's okay. Oh yeah, here it is. Huh. This one, I should have obviously put the decoration on it the other way up. Oh, and also on the back, if you wanted to put a little piece of white, I'll say it again here. If you wanted to put a little piece of white, you could write a message to somebody, or put a little stamp a message, happy birthday, or whatever. And I haven't done that on these because I was just going to hand them to people, so I didn't put anything on the back, but you could. Okay, so there's my calendar in a stand-up holder. Oh, there's something here that I wanted to show you. And in this box, we've got a little flower and a star and a heart and this little one, which makes it look like you've circled a date. And there's 2 strings and a couple of balloons. These are on one stamp. But this little one here, so there it is. My big stamp is, the little tiny little stamp is way in the back over there, so I'm not going to put it. So, boop. I have, there it is. I'm going to just stamp this one up, and it just looks like somebody has circled the date. We'll circle it 25th. There you go. So December 25th is circled. And on this one, you can do this one. Just looks like you took a little pen and wrote it, or you can turn it around, I guess. and whatever. It depends how you do it. So you might want it so that your little circle is upwards, like that. Either way, it's cute. We went to visit some friends in a friend in Airdrie. She just bought a new house, and so I made her one of these calendars. And so on the date that we were going down to visit her, I circled the date that we were going to be there, just as a reminder for her. And she took us on what I swear was a 10-kilometer hike, but it was only 3. But anyway, we survived it. Anyway, so there are the calendars. Okay, and I hope you try them. And if you would like to buy one through my store, if you haven't bought it already, I'll put the link to my store at the bottom, underneath the video, or below the video. And I would certainly love to have you do that. Okay, so I'll try some. A friend asked me to do a video on using stencils to make cards, so that'll probably be my next one. I just have to figure out what design I want in the layout. Okay, anyway, so there's a few calendars, and I'll see you again later. Okay, bye-bye.